Welcome to my Expat stories. There's a specific kind of torture that comes from not knowing. Not from being lied to, not from being cheated on, just from not knowing. From having enough evidence to worry, but not enough to act. From lying awake at 3 a.m, turning screenshots over in your mind like puzzle pieces that might fit together or might mean nothing at all. James knows that torture. He's been living it for 3 weeks. And the worst part isn't the uncertainty. It's that the uncertainty itself might be destroying the one relationship that was actually real. If you've ever had something real and talked yourself out of believing in it, stay with this one. It doesn't end the way you expect. I'm James, 46, Manchester, IT project manager. Divorced 5 years back. No kids. Decent job. Own my flat in Didsbury. Quiet life. Orderly. Everything in its place. Systems. Processes. That's how I think. That's how I work. That's probably why what's happening to me right now is killing me. Because I can't find the answer. And I always find the answer. I need to talk about Liza. About 18 months of something that felt so real, I was ready to pack my life into boxes and move to Cebu. Right. April. Last year. I'm on holiday. Solo. First solo holiday I've ever taken. Divorced. No responsibilities. Figured I'd see what Southeast Asia was about. Booked 2 weeks in Cebu. Philippines. Never been. Knew nothing about it. I land. The heat wraps around me the second I step outside the terminal. Not aggressive, just total. Like the air itself is heavier here. My shirt stuck to my shoulder blades before I even reached the taxi. I checked into a small hotel in La Hague. Clean. Basic. The ceiling fan turned slowly overhead, pushing warm air in circles. Not cold, just movement. The window looked out at a concrete wall with a mango tree growing against it. Bright orange fruit hanging heavy on the branches. 4 days in, I went to Cebu. Not for anything romantic, just needed a phone charger. Lost mine. I found the electronics section, and she was at the counter next to it. Liza, working in a clothing store, folding a stack of shirts. Her name badge said Liza, associate. She looked up when I walked past. You look lost. I'm looking for a phone charger. Electronics is that way. She pointed. Clear direction, then went back to folding. Not flirty, not performing, just helpful. I bought my charger, walked back past her store on the way out. Did you find it? Yeah, thanks. Good, enjoy Cebu. That was it. I went back to my hotel, thought about her for approximately 45 minutes, then went back to SM the next day with no reason to be there. Walked past her store. She saw me coming and her face did something between surprise and amusement. You need another charger? No, I was in the area. You're staying in La Hague? Yeah. Hotel near the IT park. That's not in the area of SM. No, it's not. She laughed. Covered her mouth when she laughed. Brief, genuine, not performed. She took her break 10 minutes later. We had coffee in the SM food court. Cheap coffee in plastic cups. The food court smelled like fried chicken and floor cleaner, and 100 different meals being cooked simultaneously. Noisy, clattering trays, kids running. We talked for 40 minutes. She told me about her job. 8,000 pesos a month, about £110. Not much, but it paid her rent in a shared house with 2 other girls. Her family was in Bohol, province. She went home once a month on the ferry, 2 hours each way. She was 32. Had been working retail since she was 24, was taking an online business course at night to eventually move into management. She didn't ask me what I did, didn't ask where I was from first. She just talked, and listened when I talked. And the conversation felt like conversation, not an interview, not a performance. We met every day of my remaining 10 days in Cebu. She finished at 6. I'd meet her at the SM entrance. We'd walk, eat, talk. She always paid her share. Every time. When I tried to cover a meal, she put her money on the table before I could get my wallet out. I can pay for myself. I know, I just wanted to. Then let me want to pay for myself. Fair enough. I flew home knowing I liked her. Genuinely liked her. Not the idea of her, not a fantasy. Her specifically, her directness. Her laugh. The way she folded shirts with the same precision she applied to everything else. We started messaging. WhatsApp, video calls. She was consistent. Reliable. Not in a performed way. Just naturally reliable. She'd message when she said she would. Answer calls when she could. cancel with notice when she couldn't. She never created drama, never manufactured urgency, never sent messages designed to pull a particular reaction. 3 months in, her phone screen cracked badly. She mentioned it once. My phone's getting hard to use. The crack's getting worse. Not asking, just telling. I offered to help replace it. She said no, said she'd save for it. I transferred £400 anyway. She argued for a week, eventually accepted. Used it specifically for the phone, sent me the receipt. Month 6, her mother needed medication. I heard about it when I asked how her last trip home to Bohol went. She said it was fine, but she was worried about her mum. I pushed. She said it was manageable. I sent £300. She cried on the video call, said it was too much. Used it for exactly what she said. Month 9 I visited. 3 weeks in Cebu. And it was. Nothing like I expected and everything like it should be. She took time off, showed me Bohol. We took the ferry together. 2 hours on the open water, the hull vibrating underfoot, salt spray settling on my forearms. She showed me her family, her mother, small woman, warm hands when she shook mine, her younger brother who fixed motorcycles in the yard, her aunt who kept feeding me rice regardless of whether I was hungry. Her mother asked me straight up through Liza translating, "What are your intentions with my daughter?" I said, "I want to build something real with her. I think she's exceptional. I'm not here to waste her time." Her mother looked at me for a long moment. The room smelled like rice cooking and wood, and the faint animal smell of the chickens in the yard outside. A fan oscillated in the corner, clicking at the same point every rotation. Click, pause, click, pause. Then she nodded. Back in Cebu, I met her colleagues at SM, 3 of them, Grace and Michelle and a supervisor named Edgar. We went for drinks after their shift. San Miguel sweating cold in the heat. The bar crowded and loud with the particular noise of people finishing work and releasing the day. They treated me like someone they'd heard about, like I was already part of the story. Grace said to me privately when Liza was at the bar, "She talks about you all the time. Not in a crazy way. Just like. She mentions you the way you mention someone who's part of your life. You know? I flew home after 3 weeks knowing I wanted to move there. Knowing Cebu felt more like somewhere I belonged than Manchester had in years. The planning took 6 months. I found an apartment in La Hug. Nice area, close to where she lived. 2-bedroom, 30,000 pesos a month. £430, nothing by Manchester standards. I paid the deposit. 3 months up front, £1,200. My Manchester flat is rented. I gave the landlord notice. 8 weeks. 2 weeks left on that notice when the Facebook message arrived. From a profile called Ren's, profile photo of a Filipino man. Mid-30s, Cebu in his bio. The message was in English. Careful English, like he'd written it several times before sending. "Hi James, I know you don't know me. I'm Ren's. I was Liza's boyfriend for 2 years. We broke up 8 months ago. I'm telling you this because I think you should know what she's doing. I have evidence." My stomach dropped like a physical thing. Heavy. Fast. The flat felt suddenly very quiet. I could hear the boiler ticking in the kitchen, the hiss of traffic outside, my own breathing. He sent 4 screenshots, messages between what looked like Liza's Facebook account and 2 men. One called David, Australian, one called Tom, American. The messages were dated over the last 6 months. They were warm, personal, the kind of messages you send someone you're cultivating. "Good morning, baby. I miss talking to you. I wish you were here." The writing style was hers, the expressions were hers, the little details were hers. My hands were sweating. I put my phone face down on the desk, picked it up again, read them again, put it down. 2 weeks from moving my life to Cebu, and 4 screenshots that might be real, or might be completely fabricated by a bitter ex-boyfriend who couldn't let go. I stared at those screenshots for 3 hours. I'm an IT project manager. I know how to analyse data. I know how to look for inconsistencies. So I looked. The font was right. The profile photo was right. The timestamp format matched Facebook's layout. The writing style was right. Those little things Liza does. The way she uses namen in English sentences. The way she writes haha twice when something's genuinely funny instead of once. The way she starts sentences with anyway when changing subject. All of it was there in messages to David and Tom. But Facebook screenshots can be edited. Font can be replicated. Writing style can be studied and mimicked. An ex-boyfriend who'd spent 2 years with her would know her patterns, could reproduce them, could build 4 screenshots that looked authentic and meant absolutely nothing. I messaged Renz back. I typed and deleted 4 different versions. Eventually sent, "When did you last speak to Liza?" He replied within minutes. 6 months ago when we broke up. She ended it, said she was talking to foreigners online, that she wanted something different. I saw her messages then, the ones I sent you are from after we broke up. So you were looking at her messages while you were together? No. When we broke up, she left her Facebook open on my laptop by accident. I saw them then, I took screenshots. 6 months ago. Screenshots he sat on for 6 months, then sent to me. Now. 2 weeks before I moved there. The timing could mean anything. Could mean he waited until he knew it was serious to do maximum damage. Could mean he only recently found my profile and made his move. Could mean he's been sitting on this for months, trying to decide if he should send it. I messaged David, found his profile. Australian, Perth. I sent him a message. Direct. "Hi David, this is awkward to ask, but I think we might both know the same woman in the Philippines. In Cebu. I'm not angry. I just need to know if you've been talking to her." He left me on read. For 3 days. Then replied, "Mate, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I talked to Liza. We've been chatting for a few months. I thought it was just friendly. Nothing serious." Why? Nothing serious. That phrase that means everything and nothing. I asked him to send me a screenshot of their conversation. Just one. Just so I could see the style. He sent one. Her profile photo, the same photo she uses, talking to him. "Good morning, David. How are you today?" No pet names. No warmth. Just friendly. But friendly is how it starts. And I had no way of knowing if there was more she'd deleted. I messaged Tom. American profile. Georgia. He didn't reply at all. I called Liza that night. Philippines time. 11 p.m. Her face on the screen looked normal. Tired from work, she was in bed. The fan behind her moved the loose hair around her face. I kept my voice level. "I need to ask you something and I need you to be honest." "Okay." She sat up, pulled her knees to her chest. The sheet rustled. "Are you talking to other men online?" "Not as friends. More than friends." Her face didn't do what a guilty person's face does. Didn't go carefully blank. Didn't overreact with performed outrage. It went confused. Genuinely confused. Her eyebrows pulled together and she tilted her head slightly. "Where is this coming from?" "Answer the question first." "No, I'm not. Why are you asking me this?" Renz messaged me. He sent screenshots. The confusion shifted. Not to guilt, to something else. Her jaw tightened. Her eyes went hard in a way I'd never seen from her. "Renz, of course." "Of course?" "He can't let it go, James. We broke up 8 months ago. I broke up with him. He didn't take it well. He's messaged me 7 times since. I blocked him on everything. Now he's going to you. He sent screenshots of you messaging men. David and Tom. David is a friend I met in a Facebook group for English learners. I helped moderate it. I talked to many people in that group. Tom, I don't even know a Tom. What did it say?" I read her the messages. "Good morning, baby," to David. "I miss talking to you," to Tom. She shook her head. Her voice dropped. "James, I have never called David baby. I barely know him. And I don't know a Tom. Those are fake." "How do I know that?" "You don't. That's why he sent them instead of telling me to my face." Long silence. The fan behind her clicked. Her ceiling fan. The same clicking I'd heard on every call for 18 months. "You can check my phone," she said. "When you come, you can go through everything. Every message. Every account. I have nothing to hide. I've never had anything to hide." I wanted to believe her. Felt it physically. That wanting. Tight across the chest. But wanting to believe someone and being able to believe them aren't the same thing. I didn't cancel the move. Couldn't. The deposit was paid. The notice was given. My furniture was in storage. I was 2 weeks from having nowhere to go back to in Manchester. But I started doing things I'm not proud of. I went through her Instagram. Every follower. Every following. Looking for David. Found a David Morley from Perth. She followed him. He followed her. I clicked on his profile. Gym photos, football. Nothing obviously connected to Liza. But he was there. I went through her Facebook. She'd given me her profile password months ago for something practical. I'd needed to help her fill in a form while she was at work and her laptop was at home. She'd forgotten she gave it to me. I still had it. My hands were clammy on the keyboard. The flat was cold. Manchester February cold. grey light through the window. Outside, a bus hissed past on the wet road. I logged in as her, went through her messages. All of them. David Morley was there, 6 months of messages. Mostly about the Facebook learning group. Links to articles. The occasional, "How are you?" that she'd answer with one line and nothing more. No baby. No, "I miss you." Nothing warm. Tom didn't exist. No conversation with anyone called Tom. I logged out. The office chair creaked under me. My coffee had gone cold. Outside, a pigeon landed on the windowsill and looked in with its orange eye like it was judging me. I'd just gone through my girlfriend's private Facebook messages. Found nothing. And I felt worse than if I'd found something. Because finding nothing meant either she was clean or she was better at hiding it than I was at finding it. And I couldn't tell which. I messaged Renz. I looked. The David messages don't match what you sent. The Tom doesn't exist. He replied quickly. She's deleted them. She's careful. She would have known you'd look after I messaged you. Convenient. A guilty person deletes. An innocent person never had anything. Both look identical from the outside. I flew to Cebu. What else could I do? I had nowhere else to go. She met me at the airport. Mactan. The arrivals hall was loud and warm and smelled like 100 families waiting. She was standing at the barrier in a blue dress, her hair down, holding nothing, just standing there. When she saw me, her face did the thing I'd been trying to read for 3 weeks. That thing where relief and hurt and love all arrive at the same time. She hugged me and I felt her exhale against my neck, like she'd been holding her breath for 3 weeks. "I thought you might not come," she said into my shoulder. I didn't say anything, just stood there in the arrivals hall with my arms around her. The air conditioning hummed overhead. Somewhere behind me a child was crying. A PA system announced a flight in Cebuano, and I held her and tried to feel what I used to feel before the screenshots arrived. Before Renz. Before I logged into her Facebook with a password she'd forgotten she gave me. I found the apartment. La Hug. 2nd floor. The windows face east. In the morning the light comes in warm and early, and the mango trees outside throw shade patterns across the floor. The fan runs all night. I've learned to sleep to its rhythm. She moves some things in, a toothbrush, her coconut oil, the small framed photo of her family from Bohol. Small movements that felt enormous, like she was building something carefully, knowing one wrong move might shatter it. I watched her do it, and felt 2 things simultaneously. Love and suspicion, and the horrible knowledge that I couldn't tell which one was right. 3 months now, living in La Hug. The apartment is good. The light is good. Cebu is good. And I check her phone sometimes while she's sleeping. I hate that I do it. Hate it specifically. The physical act of it. Reaching across the bed at 2 a.m, when her breathing has gone slow and even. Picking up her phone. The screen lighting up her face briefly before I angle it away. Scrolling. Looking for David. Looking for Tom. Looking for anything that confirms what Renz told me. Or anything that confirms he lied. I've found nothing. 18 times I've checked. 18 times I've put the phone back and lain there staring at the ceiling fan while it turns and turns. The shadows it throws on the ceiling move in slow circles. I count them sometimes, the rotations, trying to bore my brain into unconsciousness. She doesn't know I check, or she doesn't show that she knows, and I can't tell which. Renz messaged again last week. "Have you found anything yet? Give it time." She's patient. She knows how to wait. I didn't reply. I've stopped replying. But I screenshot his messages. I don't know why. Evidence of something. I don't know what. David Morley went quiet. His Instagram has had no new posts in 6 weeks. No activity I can see. Either he lost interest in Cebu connections, or he knows to go dark. Lisa works at SM still. Every day, I pick her up sometimes, stand at the entrance like I did that first trip, watch her come through the doors. Blue uniform now. She's been promoted. Floor supervisor, small raise. She told me about the raise the way she tells me about most things. Practically, without making it a transaction. I got promoted. Edgar said I'm good with the new staff. I said I'm proud of you. She said thank you and asked what I wanted for dinner. That's Liza. No drama, no performance, just life. And I love that. And I torture myself with it. Because a woman who never performs could also be a woman performing perfectly. And I can't tell the difference anymore. I called my sister last week, back in Manchester. She asked how it was going. I said, good. The weather's warm, the apartment's nice, Liza's good. You don't sound sure. I'm sure. James, you've been careful about everything your whole life. Your flat, your job, your investments. You research everything before you commit. You're telling me you moved to the Philippines without being sure. I'm sure about Liza. But I don't know if I trust my own certainty anymore. She didn't know what to say to that. Neither did I. The thing about building a life with someone in a place where you have no history is that everything is new. There's no context. No decade of shared friends who've known her since before you. No work colleagues who've met her at the Christmas party and formed opinions. Just her. Just what she shows you. Just what you choose to believe. And most days I choose to believe her. Most days the choosing feels easy. She laughs at the same things. Gets frustrated at slow internet. Brings home mangoes from the vendor near SM because she knows I love them. Corrects my Cebuano pronunciation with infinite patience. Most days I choose to believe, and the choosing feels like the right call. Then Ren sends a message, or I see David Morley's name on her followers list. Or I wake at 2 a.m. and lie there and think about how a woman who can maintain a lie about her job for 8 months straight, which is what she told me happened with a previous guy she dated briefly, could also maintain one about other men. She admitted that, freely, without me asking. She told me about a man she'd talked to online 2 years before we met. Said she'd pretended to have a different job because she was embarrassed about retail. Said she stopped before it became anything because she felt sick doing it. Said she doesn't do that anymore. She volunteered that information, unprompted, on a Tuesday evening eating mango on the apartment balcony, like it was something she needed to say out loud to someone who deserved honesty. Was that proof? Or was it the most sophisticated form of deception? Building trust by confessing a smaller sin? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. What I know is this. She's in the bedroom right now. It's 10:30. She's reading something on her phone before sleep. The fan turns. The mango trees are still outside. The city hums in the distance. In a few minutes I'll go in, get into bed. She'll put her phone on the nightstand face down the way she always does. She'll say goodnight the way she always does. The fan will turn, and I'll lie there, wondering if tonight is the night I check her phone again. Wondering if I'll find something. Wondering if finding nothing will be enough this time. Wondering if it was ever enough any of the other times. The ex-boyfriend still messages, every 10 days or so. Give it time, like a timer on something. Like he knows something's coming. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's a bitter man with nothing better to do than poison something good. Maybe he's the only person in this situation who actually knows the truth. I moved my life across the world for this. £10,000 sent. Deposit paid. Notice given. Manchester behind me. Cebu in front of me. And I don't know if I found the one real thing, or if I'm just the last to find out it wasn't. This is my expat stories. Sometimes not knowing is the thing that takes everything from you, even when no one's taken anything yet. I'm James, 46, Manchester, Cebu now, and I check her phone while she sleeps. And I hate myself for it, and I can't stop. And tomorrow I'll pick her up from SM at 6 and we'll eat mangoes on the balcony, and it'll feel like the most real thing in the world. And I still won't know.